What's going on, world? Hope all is well. Much love. Got my guy, Trendsetter CJ, in here with me.
Yes, sir.
Got my man,
ArtTrap Andy.
ArtTrap Andy, in here. ArtTrap, right?
Yes, sir.
My bad. I think I said that wrong.
I
Fried a little bit.
It's a little
ArtTrap
fried.
Andy. Matter of fact, so let's start there, right? Because the merch look good.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of show it a little bit later. You know what I'm saying, with a better view. But I like the merch. So we know you rapping, but let's talk about the brand. Like, how y'all get to the point where you got the brand already?
So I'll let you start off with that jump.
Nah, that's you right now.
All right, bet. So it started off from an album named ArtTrap, and then Brad came to me and was like, "It'd be dope as like a brand name." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was an idea for a minute, like just like ArtTrap, it'd just be like a thing, like clothing, whatever, just like a whole, like just like a movement. So then that's where it really came from. Originated from an album back in Spinrilla. Spinrilla not even around no more, but I still got like the cover and the songs.
Okay.
Yeah, Spinrilla gone, so the album gone, but like the name stayed, and we just stuck with it. So
got you.
Yeah.
So that it's kind of tight to be, you know what I'm saying, like rapping with merch too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it can help you make money in more than one way.
Right,
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's smart. But let's kind of back up a little bit. I ain't gonna say back up, but let's start with like, you from Suitland, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Suitland side.
So I know he's gonna say Suitland side, right? And I'm a little bit older than you, right? So
Yeah.
I always wanted to know the perspective of, like, areas in PG from different generations.
Yeah.
So I want to know what your perspective of Suitland was like coming up. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that question. I ain't gonna lie. Coming up, Suitland, I feel like it's what you make it, to be honest.
Mhm.
Like realistically, it could be cool. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna see shit living in Suitland. Like, you still gonna see junkies, like, just keeping it raw. You're gonna see junkies out there, you're gonna see poverty, you're gonna see rich people. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see people with good jobs like that motherfucker too. But you also, like, you could get into it out there. It's all about how you play it. I feel like it's opportunity if you want it, especially when we was growing up. Because, like, if you wanted to play sports, a lot of shit was in Suitland. Like, not like a lot of shit, but you got Suitland Rec. You go there damn near every day and hoop. Now I don't see no kid run and shoot not too far.
Yeah,
it's like Forestville,
yeah.
but it is Suitland. You know what I'm saying? Suitland, Forestville, right there. But you got, but I don't want to make it like separated, because we all Maryland and PG County. But it is like, I'd be like, nah, that's Suitland. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So that's why I brought it up, right? Because I'm from Fort Washington on the Allentown Road side, right?
Okay, yeah.
But I don't think people understand, like, PG County dynamics as far as, first of all, you always got to kind of deal with the fact that we're associated solely with DC, right?
Yeah.
So we, how city niggas feel about Maryland niggas claiming they from the city.
Right.
So we always can't do that, right?
And uptown versus southeast and shit like that.
Right.
Like,
so they got their, dynamics.
Right.
So us being from PG, I don't think people understand. Like, you just mentioned, like, Suitland and Forestville.
Yeah.
Like, people don't know where, or, you know what I'm saying, people outside of here, I should say, you know what I'm saying? I like want to have a bigger conversation, because I like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, they don't understand those dynamics.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
So it's good to hear your perspective on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll start to hear some of your perspective on it, but go ahead.
Right. So yeah, like that's 100%. That might be saying, like, somebody be like, oh, I live in the Forestville area. Yeah, like somebody, or like I know somebody live in the Forestville area, right? And they might say, like, I might be like, where? And they might be like, oh yeah, but Iverson Mall. I might be like, nah, that's not Forestville though. Like, that's Suitland, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people don't really understand the difference and stuff like that. Like, you could be a block over, that might be Capitol Heights, not, you know what I'm saying, District Heights, so that might not be, so not to say it's like beef on any sides, or it might be who knows, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just like claiming where you from and proud of where you at, you know what I'm saying?
And I think so, like, when I talk to people from, like, out of town, or I think about the conversations of, like, the dynamics of other cities.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand that about where we from. It's
I
like,
feel like I know what you're about to say, like how people, like, when you out of town, everybody might be like, oh, if they ask where you from, you might say Maryland, but like, where that's at? DC?
Is it like DC or Baltimore?
Right, yeah, DC. You even gotta say DC or Baltimore down there, because it's like anywhere else, like PG County, they can be looking like, I don't know where that's at, but it's not too far from DC. Yeah, so it definitely be like that.
So how is, like, coming from here impacted, like, your style of music? Because I don't think, from what I've been listening to, I've been hearing like I like the sound from a production standpoint.
Yeah.
Like the difference in sound in a sense. Like you don't sound like you on just like straight street or like drill.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
Like you can ride to certain things, party to certain things, live your life to shit. So
right.
how did you kind of develop your style kind of like based on your generation of rapper though?
Right. Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into the generations of rap, and I wanted to talk to you about that.
To be honest, I feel like it's funny you say that because it really was inspired through the generations of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking of like wanting to be able to dig deep on songs, like maybe somebody like Kendrick early like 2010s, like you were saying when we was talking earlier, that era, like 2013, 2014, hearing that. Then you got Drake on the come up here, people like that. You still want to be able to reach like a big audience too with your sound, you know what I'm saying? So keeping all that in mind, and I'm still from here, so I still got the influence of like people like Shy Glizzy, you know what I'm saying, Light Show, and like a couple other people. Like a lot of different sounds influenced me, you know what I'm saying. And I feel like culture too helped influence it. And I just like, I don't know, I always wanted my shit to have swag too, like on my sound. Like I always wanted shit to be swaggy, so I feel like that's why I picked those type of beats, like wavy shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seeing it as I'm making it, like seeing myself further type shit as I'm recording. Yeah,
because I mean I see you, you know, you moving around a lot, you hosting, so your music kind of fits what you doing.
right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you can like if you in the club, you need to have some club music. You know what I'm saying? Or something women fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be on some.
Right.
Kill shit in the club hosting.
Right.
You know
Yeah, I don't want to be looking like
who you try to host. Who you trying to So
now you got some touching people from outside of the club, John
that bullshit.
I mean, unless you're in that type of club, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So mentioning that, like, how did you kind of incorporate? We talked about the fashion, right? Because I'm noticing just off of just really getting hip to you. I'm seeing different things you're doing. So of course we're gonna get to the rapping, but we started with the fashion, then you got the hosting aspect.
Right.
So now, how do you incorporate that with your music and with the clothes? You like kind of give people your vision on that. You know what I'm saying?
So I like that question. I feel like that comes from. I feel like it comes from just like lifestyle, to be honest. Like a lot of our designs come off inspiration. Like bro might have an idea, I might have an idea, and it's just like off the inspiration, to be honest. And living day to day, like I just feel like certain ideas just come to mind and they stick, and it might even like influence, like a song might influence the clothing. Cause like even on the back of that hoodie, it's Paint Your Picture. I got a song called Paint My Picture. That's the name of the song. So it all comes together and correlates in different ways. And yeah.
Nah, that's really how it came across too.
Yeah. So it all just,
it was like a music video. And we woke up and we was making the clothes. Like next day, I said, Paint Your Picture. I said, you got a song called Paint My Picture. Fuck it. We might go around with that.
Right. Facts. That's really how it happened.
So
yeah.
It's just like day to day, like you want to come up with something. Like, you know what I mean? Then we had known each other for like 15 plus years. So it's like.
So we was just talking about business, right?
Right.
And how business can go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you said y'all been rocking for 15 years. Like, how have y'all been focused from a business aspect of making sure your business tight? Because again, you got clothes, you got music. Like I said, we still gonna talk about the hosting. Like you know, that's gonna be money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
How have y'all been able to focus and lock in on business?
I feel like the best thing we did was like let each other lead at what we good at. Like I was about to say the hosting, a lot of stuff really like bro would do it and I just go off his energy and I just pay attention. So I'm paying attention to the room and the people he's talking to, and I'm taking in as much as I can learn and put out.
Right.
And he do the same thing when like I got lead with something. Like he let me open a detailing company. He didn't know nothing about car detailing. We just had the money. We was looking for something else that we can open up that would be a good business.
That's good from an enterprise standpoint, though.
I brought him in my room, got on that Mac computer, sat there for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, showed him everything about car detailing, what we buying, what you want to buy, what you don't want to buy. And we brought that, spent $1,500 on that. We made the money back in 3 months. Right in front of my house before they really like had to like shut us down. Cause like
Franklin.
Yeah.
They said business in a residential.
Yeah.
No, that's good though. Like y'all,
Next neighbor reported us business in the
it
residential.
sounds like y'all got like an independent mindset. So, like, is that like the vision y'all have as far as? Because do you have your own label? Like, or how have y'all kind of incorporated everything?
Then like I could say another thing, like before all that, I help him with his music, and he'd come to my basketball games. So that's where the relationship really started.
Yeah.
Like he'd grab my rebounds, and I help him pay for studio time.
Yeah, nah, it was crazy. Like literally, like niggas ain't had shit. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, and that's why I always think about like we got to do this shit major. Like a person we really looked at a lot was Young Dolph. You know what I'm saying? Like
Dolph was like
Dolph was like that, and that's where the mindset came from. Him showing me him. It wasn't even like the fact that the best rapper, just showing like you really could do this shit independently. Like not even because you need people. Period. So I ain't gonna say independent like that, but you don't need a big label. You may not need this big feature. You really just got to stay down with your vision and push through. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying earlier, like niggas ain't had none. He was willing to go half with me on studio time just to like see me do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the genuine love was just always there. Us putting that shit together. So
that's what's up.
Yeah,
that's a good blend. You know what I'm saying? Like especially from a mindset standpoint, like we can really come together and get shit done when we work together. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said I like the different angles of what you got. I want, before I move forward too much though, I want to keep touching on the hosting part. Like talk about you and like how you host. Like where does that particular aspect come? Like how you develop your style for that, because it's not the same as rapping.
Right, yeah. So, but it does help, especially like on the MC part, like being on the mic in the club. But at first, that was difficult at first too, because I was asking a lot of people opinion and shit like that. Like, what you think? Yeah. Like, and they was like, you just need to say more different shit. Like, it's more like ad-libbing for real, but you got to keep coming up with like shit to say, you know what I'm saying? And it got to be energy there too. So that is a craft in its own. I respect it more now when I see other MCs. It's like, oh no, he's a good MC. I might be like, oh, he's not a good MC. Like, I never really paid attention to that.
It's a skill.
Yeah, it's a skill. Like, you got to be like,
I like want to do that shit myself. I ain't gonna hold.
Hey, nah, do it. You could do it, bro.
I could. You know what I'm saying? I kind of gotta. You know what I'm saying? Kind of strategize it.
Right.
You know
Yeah. Hey, I might bring you out, bro. I'll bring you out unless you do that shit, bro.
You know,
just to build confidence.
But it's definitely a different, because I've been thinking about, like I said, been thinking about myself. It's like it's a different avenue.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like podcasting. Like everything is different creatively.
Right. It all is.
Making clothes, or you know what I'm saying, hosting, podcasting, rapping, producing.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Everything is a skill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So when you talk about incorporating multiple skills, like for example with the clothes, like that's not easy to put together.
Right.
So did somebody go to school to learn this shit, or like where did
what
I'm saying?
And that is funny.
I literally woke up, called him on like a Tuesday morning, no job, 17-year-old broke kid with all hope. Called him up and said, hey bro, you ever thought about this? Hey, this name ArtTrap, I feel like this name could be bigger than an album. Hey, bro, what's up with a clothing jump? And we sat there and talked about a whole list of clothes we did not drop. Like we got a whole collab for Paris, London, and New York and Maryland and DC. Like,
yeah, it took a minute to get there. Like just the first. So that's not the original first design right there, but it's like one of like the first, like maybe like the second collection, like the second drop. But it definitely took some time just brainstorming, figuring out ideas, and I feel like we still going as like we got the name finalized, but at the same time we want to get like an official logo. Like every brand got that one logo. We still trying to figure that out too.
Yeah,
it's like so
they got this. Like we trying to figure out this. Like something that brands you.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? So it's all like a learning process. I see what you're saying too. Like it's all different lanes. Like it's not like rap. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different world. Like you don't promote clothes the same way you promote rap. You kind of it's like it's all there. It's all the skill.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it don't matter what you do, you really have to master the skill of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of like always wanted to respect hosting when I did it, because I look at it like MCing, like master ceremony, like on some older, like a generation before me type shit. Well, maybe a couple. You know what I'm saying?
I also feel like you gotta be able to do what you love to do for free. Because what I do for free. I could do this every day.
I see what you saying. Okay, right.
Like, you do that. Because if you don't love it, you be gone next week.
And I feel like
you gonna get your feelings hurt one day, and then that's what's really gonna do it. Like
No,
the
of
moment
course.
you realize your family is not yourselves, that's when life get real. Like you gotta
That's
really
another
push
one
this
too.
to a whole nother
That's
place.
another one, yeah.
Facts.
And you know, that's a tough thing. That's a tough pill to swallow because you think everybody you know so support you. And you know,
But
it'd
so
be the most random people that
here's the
really
thing.
like,
Here's good game I've learned, right?
Mhm.
Based on what you just said, right? People want the people closest to them support them all the
Right.
time, right? But that don't necessarily lead to you getting to your end game anyway.
Yeah,
So the question is, does it matter?
it doesn't.
Ah.
No, it doesn't.
So if it doesn't matter, then when they don't support, that shouldn't matter.
Yeah,
You're not going to just be on to a certain level with just only your people.
yeah,
Yeah.
nah, it
That's
won't
not
happen.
possible.
nah, it's not
It
possible.
I
don't matter
realize
what you
that
do.
too. Like sometimes because like we are like the same, we're a product of our environment. I feel like that goes into play with it too, where it's like you're expecting the community to do a certain thing, you're expecting the people around to do a certain thing, and realistically, like when you think about the demographic of the world, it's like you got all these people out here and all these different hands to shake outside of your community.
Yep.
But like the longer you stay in the mindset of wishing and hoping for these people around you to do this, like you're gonna be running in a circle. You know what I'm saying? And it even happens on a bigger scale. Even some of the artists in this area that may be on a bigger platform too could feel like, damn, like I'm trying to think of how to describe it.
Mhm.
More so like, how do I put it? I got the community, so I'm good. Like I got this area, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
could get caught in that by accident. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm gonna keep shaking these hands with these same promoters here, keep getting their money. I'm gonna keep yada yada. But it's like think about Texas, think about Atlanta, think about Rhode Island, think about Boston. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta make those connects. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you said
I think the
temper.
word you're looking for is content.
Yeah, consent. Yeah, just
Mhm.
being content that it could happen, especially when you think about where you at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to go with the conversation too, because it sounds like y'all, especially with the different things you can do. Because again, when you add in like fashion, hosting, and music, like you can kind of just like, man, let me get the club. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like I got something, a little bit of everything for everybody.
And that's kind of how it happened too. What you saying all of that together, because originally I went to meet my man Zoe, which is the reason why I even got into promoting and hosting and shit like that.
Mhm.
Always gotta give him his props on that. But I wasn't even coming in there to do that. He was already promoting. I was just trying to get my song played out of Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make that like different connect. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
VA, see what's up going on out there, and locked in with him. Originally, I went to that spot before. Me a little shawty from VA, she had took me out or whatever, showing me around the area and shit. And we went there and ate, and then the waiter was like, "Are y'all coming back tonight?" And I'm like, "Nah, like, what's the night?" She was like, "Oh, it's a club at night." Blah blah. I'm like, "Damn." So after we had stopped talking, like I had looked into the spots. I'm like, I do need to like network out VA and shit like that. So ended up seeing bro on there, and then which is Zoe I was telling you about. We ended up chopping it up, yada yada. He was like, "Come through," blah blah. So come through, meet him. Ended up connecting, you know what I'm saying? Got the song played. Then we just like built a hell of a bond, me and him, you know what I'm saying? We just started going out to Virginia. They was having events at Ozio's, which is shut down now, but they had Ozio Saturdays or something like that, or Sundays, one of those lit, you know what I'm saying? So now they
I used to
bringing
fuck
us.
with Ozio's in the city.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right in the city. So we started going out there. They was fucking with us heavy, you know what I'm saying? And he just put me on some promotion game, like how you can make money up the bar, how people make money out the door, and like it just opened up my eyes, and it all connects. That's why, like what Brad was saying too, like if you don't love something, then you're not really gonna want to do it. So like even with the MC and shit, at first like I was just liking to be on the mic because I rap already, so I'm already used to it. So it became a skill, got better at it, and yeah, now it's like I do that shit. And then once I got paid for it one time, I was like, all right, bet. Yeah, I was all right, but I'm gonna do this shit. But the way I'm gonna do it is like I'll take a booking and stuff like that, but I want to throw my own events and MC and have other MCs on there and shit like that. So
Sound like you got a new business model coming with like a way to just not promote yourself with other artists.
right, and I do that as well.
And then like you always gotta remember as kids, you always do parties. You was always into that too.
Yeah.
So like this been your thing.
Right, that
It's
is
just like what I told you about like why people like you. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I feel like in this world you always gotta find why people like you. You know what I
That
mean?
is smart though. You know what I'm saying? Whole
If you can
time.
find why people like you, you could cater to that. And more people gonna like you for this thing. Like, you know what I
that is
mean?
true.
Because I know it's also too is like for black people it's easy to be antisocial in a sense where it's like you got to be vulnerable to have people know you no matter what you're doing.
Right. Yeah, and
So
that's
to
why
put yourself out there to kind of gauge it, you know what I'm saying, it takes effort. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and it took a minute for me to like fully get like that, because at the point in time, like I damn sure one had thought of like doing the club shit already. Like I was already a partier, but I feel like that was our era too. Like we grew up in the era of house parties, shit like that, going to the boulevard, doing shit, just being around people and shit like that. But I also like had that street mentality too of like, I gotta be secluded, like only with my niggas for real. We go out when we go out, but
that
it's like
that mindset.
Yeah, that mindset, and that was what held me back a lot on opportunity too. Even like even transactional shit, like we was talking about, like not really wanting to pay people because it's like I'm on some street shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just not fucking with niggas. You know what I'm saying? I had to change my mindset from that, and where it's like you got to shake hands and move with people. That's the only way it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like unless you just got pool and you could be a stuck up nigga, you got the light. You know what I'm saying? But other than that.
Money.
Yeah, you gotta have that money. Yeah, you gotta have that money. You know what I'm saying? Nah, no bullshit.
Had the best attitude in the world. When
Right. Nah, for real. So yeah, I feel like that plays a part in that shit too.
Got you. But of course, the hosting came after the music, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about how you got into music. You know what I'm saying? Like just coming from where you from, like what pushed you in that direction. You know what I'm saying?
That's my favorite part.
No bullshit.
Like, man, I done known him since 2nd grade. He was rapping in 2nd grade. I'm talking about YouTube music video, rapping, freestyle in the back. Like, if you can find that video on YouTube, good luck. I'll give you all the money in my pocket to take somebody do, because that shit was funny.
Right, you made it.
I ain't even gonna say the name.
Yeah, but that is gonna be funny. It should. Somebody's gonna find it.
Even at the time, like, you know what I mean? Like, even bro wanted me with him at that time. Like, and he wanted me to rap with him as a kid. I looked at him and said, "Boy, I play basketball. Our family is not going."
So this is another interesting topic. Oh, keep going. My bad. Keep going.
One more thing is like,
bro, you made me think about something.
Bro played instruments growing up. That was another interesting thing to me my whole life. Like, I didn't know he knew how to read music until I got to middle school. Like, I was like, damn, you know how to play this? You know how to play that?
Yeah, no bullshit.
You know what I mean? And like, he has real like talked in front of people at the 8th and 3rd grade, like had to lead and talk to a group of people. So I was like, yeah, this nigga was ahead of his time. And then like when I got to middle school and I really tapped in and I asked him about ArtTrap, I said, "You made this, bro?" I didn't know you my whole life. You made this?
Oh yeah. When you first heard my mixtape, that was funny shit.
It was up after that. Me and him never talked about music. We hung out on shoes.
So I'm going to add to what you're saying.
That is funny shit.
Like from an inspiration standpoint, coming from here,
yeah.
Who inspires you to rap? Not just people from here, because the DMV rap scene is jive like a baby. So you look at hip hop.
I feel like originally, so my grandfather was a musician and shit like that. So seeing him, like he used to always tell me his stories when I was like 5 and shit like that. I was like, yeah, like I could have been big, blah blah. But he really actually could have been big though. You know what I'm saying? Right. He got drafted to the military, and you know at that time you hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hit. You know what I'm saying?
Don't bring the draft back.
They even came to like maybe like 10 years ago. They came to interview my grandfather, like that's why from New Orleans and shit. Came down there just to like get that information from back in the day, because he had shit going on. I don't like it's deep. I'm gonna end up showing you that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a whole like article or whatever. But that inspiration, and then my aunt, she used to always tell me and my little cousin, well, not my little cousin, he's actually like my older cousin, but me and my cousin or whatever, we was little type shit. And she used to always be like, y'all gonna be on MTV. Like she used to tell me like, I'm gonna be the rapper and he gonna be the singer, like Rob and shit. She used to always say that when we was young, and like I was like, man, I'm a rap, like blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that played a part in it too. So it's like just from the rip, like I feel like damn near like when I like maybe since I was like 5, I've been wanting to rap. Like to be honest, like always writing some shit, always trying to make my little songs and shit as a youngin'. Like always, like just always had that fire. Like even when
freestyle at recess,
right? Yeah, like, right.
Recess just started. Random freestyle.
Yeah,
the game ain't stopped. We trying to play the 12.
Exactly. So I feel like
rhyming at recess, huh?
Yeah. Right. Facts, bro. Facts. So through all the like. I feel like everything was just like a character build that made me want to just get better at the art too. Like even having in the beginning, it wasn't always sweet. Like now, and then you just got to build your confidence as an artist too, where it's like you come to the point where it's like, I know my shit fire. You know what I'm saying? You got to feel like that, because at a point niggas wasn't saying it was fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas
Right.
would say it was trash. Niggas used to like I done had all types of shit. So it's like all that
Yeah.
was like a character build. So where the point is like I actually worked hard now. So it's like I know this shit fire. Like it gotta be. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I ain't gonna say
right,
every
right.
song is a hit and every song is, you know what I'm saying? Because every song is a process. Every song is his own art. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta cross that
Yeah,
threshold.
but you
Like,
gotta
man,
cross
I'm
it.
like that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
care
exactly.
what nobody
Yeah,
thinks.
yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah, right. Yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that played a part in it too. So yeah, for sure. Just going
So you mentioned like that point, right?
right.
Where do y'all feel just from a musical standpoint, right? Because I know some of like with the fashion and the hosting comes after the music, right?
Right.
So where did y'all feel like y'all was at that point where you felt like, all right, I'm fire, I'm like that. It don't matter what nobody think. Where was that year? What project was that?
I think that was I ain't gonna lie. I think that was like Champagne. I think that was like Champagne. It's this album I got called Champagne. It's like I'm in a Jordan jersey and shit. I think that was like the album with that joint and CJ from GTA. Those two ones was like, all right, bet. And I dropped those in the same year. It's like, yeah, I found my sound now.
Projects. I knew it at Project 7.
Project 7?
I was telling him at
Yeah.
Project 7, like, this you.
Yeah, he was saying that though.
I was like, this you.
Spotify.
But it was this one song I never let go from like 17 years ago. I was like, nah, this really your sound. Like, I was telling him that 17 years ago, this your sound. And it's crazy because it's a sound today.
Yeah, it is though.
Like, it's a song on Spinrilla. It's called, what is it called, bro?
Trying to think.
Don't, oh my God.
You saw that Blessed jump?
Nah, not even Blessed. It was a picture of the camera, the Canon jump.
Oh yeah. Passion for Flash.
Passion for Flashing. If you heard Passion for Flashing and heard one of the songs today, you wouldn't even be able to tell because it's timeless.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He was 15 when probably 14, 15 when he made Passion for Flashing. Timeless song. We listened to it today. We was like, damn.
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud actually.
It's on SoundCloud right now to this day.
And that did, and it's funny because that is like basically a first sketch of what my sound is today. Literally. Like
Yeah,
going back on that.
You gotta send it to me.
Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna send you that joint. Yeah, so
you
like
send it to me now. Yeah.
all right, bet.
You keep going.
Yeah, so I feel like that was like the original first sound. And it's like, of course, I was trying different shit, but now it's like full circle. I'm making songs like that sound. It's just like elevated now because I'm older. I was like 16 when I made that, but like that auto-tune wave, like kind of singing, harmonize and shit.
See, I fuck with that vibe of music though, because I can live my life like I can be with a woman, I could be going to see a woman, I could be
right
going to get some money, going to work, you know what I'm saying? I could just be in transaction, you know, in between where I'm traveling at, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes like as far as like drill music or street music,
right?
Not just from here, but anywhere, you know what I'm saying? But we can get your opinion on that style of music.
Yeah, for sure.
Too, right. So we can flow into that. You can't do everything to it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm about to go get some pussy, I ain't trying to hit.
Right. Nigga done got anxiety in the car, man. You feel like she's about to set you up. Nigga, that shit like, man. Pulled out the gun on the goddamn armrest and shit in that jump. What's up, man? She like, this nigga trying to kill me, man.
Yeah.
You better not blink a stick.
So let's talk about like your perspective or drill music or like street, you know, like we're talking about like that newer drill.
Okay. Nah, I like it. I like it, to be honest, because every once in a while I catch myself riding too, you know, especially if I'm just like, if I'm in that getting money mood, like I'm putting plays together, like I'm listening to that shit. But most time I do be listening to chill shit, you know what I'm saying? I listen to all types of music, to be honest. Like my playlist be crazy, you know what I'm saying?
I can tell from your production, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, like I might really like go from like listening to like Sade, then you might hear like some Biggie in that motherfucker. Like I might play like right after like playing like I ain't gonna say that like I might go from playing like, let me think, one of them Sade joints. I don't want to say Sweet as Taboo. I don't want to say that shit. But like I go from playing like some Sade, Erykah Badu, then I cut on some Big, then I might go to Now, I might play some Drake. Then it's like I might go to like Kendrick. Then like, you know what I'm saying? Just go all around. Yeah, right. Might go Too Short, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying?
On, man. Short Dog.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Scarface, Nas, like I Gave You Power, like it just be going all over the place, you know what I'm saying?
So that's beautiful to hear that your discography goes.
Yeah.
or got that much range to it.
And I feel
That's
like
like-
it played a part in how I grew up. So like every summer I would go to New Jersey and shit and stay
Mhm.
with my grandfather, and like we'd be out, and he's black mixed with white, but he really look white, you know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
he a pastor as well too. And I feel like that diversity, being around like white people and then going back to Suland after that, it was like a whole like, damn, like life is different. Like we could really see some different shit out here, because I'm out in New Jersey, like we out on the pier, like a beach house and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Going out there in the water, swimming out there, going back inside, eating and shit, like on some country shit. Then we go out to the city of New Jersey and shit going on.
Mhm.
He also had a house in Florida too. So like
Mhm.
ended up going out there a couple times and done it for like the whole summer, remind you. So it's like I also got these different vibes, going to like Siesta Key, seeing the white sign and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like different vibes
That's what's up.
as a youngin', you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's why my mother always forced me to go out there, even sometimes when I didn't want to go, because
That was smart.
they was on some shit like you gotta read for 2 hours. So I had to read books and shit. Like I used to be mad, but one thing my grandfather did, he let me pick the book I wanted to read. So it wasn't like I was like, and he was like encyclopedia nigga, like read this shit. It was more so like, all right, we're gonna go to Barnes and Nobles
Right.
and like pick what you want to read, but you got to tell me about the book like when you done reading. So like out of 2 hours of reading, I gotta go sit down with him, and like he's gonna read it too. He's gonna buy the same book I got. He's gonna go in there and read and make sure I read, and like, okay, what you think about this, yada yada. So now we basically having this type of conversation.
Mhm.
So I feel like,
Not quite.
oh yeah, so I feel like that's what really like, yeah, like had me on that time as far as like just being diverse. Then like coming back home, and it's like, all right, now we outside hooping all day. Like I remember like going out there for so long. I've been when maybe I think it was the stanky leg or the jerk came out. This nigga had to show, it was the jerk. Remember, he had to show me how to do that shit in front of y'all. I was gone in New Jersey for like 3 months, the whole summer. So I come back, I ain't know what the fuck was going on. Niggas hitting the jerk. I'm like, man, I ain't even know the dance. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I was out the way, but it's like at the same time, I'm still like a Sudan nigga. So I'm back here, like back surrounded around, like shit going on, shootouts, all types of shit going around the area. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just was always like that diversity was always there. So I think that's what came with the music, with the sound, and then also like what I listen to on a daily too.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
yeah.
I like that.
I'm gonna send you every day 420 too, because that was a hit.
Oh yeah, damn.
Every day
That's like full
420.
circle right now.
Every day that's crazy. Every day 420 and Passion for Fashion was like your sound now today. Like if we played both of them songs, you would think, and I ain't give you no time limit on it.
Mm-hmm.
You would think he made both of these songs today.
So I mentioned, right, you feel like you at that point where you know you like that, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about Save Yourself.
Bet.
How does, man, I thought I turned my motherfucking on. How
That
does
sound cool.
how does like how you see where you're, you know what I'm saying, like your confidence, I should say, as an artist, like how you see your vision of what y'all doing just from the musical standpoint. How did that impact this project that just dropped? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the one that just came out.
So I feel like that was me showing like the real diversity right there. Like that album, I feel like that stamps the sound right there. Like if I ever wanted to, like if somebody wanted to be like, what's your sound? Like Say Yourself is like the perfect, like it's me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the longest project. It's 10 songs on there, but I feel like you get a cadence of everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything I'm working on down to the beat selection. Like you'll hear like certain beats like that on previous projects. It's just like putting it all together in like a perfect 10 songs right there to just like explain like where I'm at right now, even like down to the cover art. Like that was always my idea. Just like
talk about the cover art, because the cover art is unique.
Yeah. Just falling out the city. You know what I'm saying? Falling out that negative energy. Like I feel like that was me letting go of the streets. That was me letting go of those mindsets that's holding me back, closing me in. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just like this is the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the end of that mentality that I had that was like stopping me from being consistent. Like the depression, you know what I'm saying? All types of shit. That was like the album of like, yeah, just like peace. Like it's like Say Yourself. Like I'm gone, but I'm here. Of course I'm here, but I'm gone. Like I'm letting all that shit go. It's a fresh start now. Next album is gonna be like bigger. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep doing bigger things. We're gonna keep escalating. Like, and it wasn't like, I don't want to say like it was like a dead end anything, but it's like letting go of the old and with the new type shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting, especially like kind of where you were in your career. Like, what made you feel that way? Was it the sound, something that happened? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, life. To be honest, I feel like a lot. I done been through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of shit with everything, and I feel like consistency is the key with this music shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the only reason why I'm not fully where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like consistency in the past, other opportunities. I'm letting like that's why I said with the album now, I'm letting all that shit go. Now it's a fresh start to build off this project, give them videos, give them consistent content no matter what it is. Like I'm here, I'm in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we coming now. Like say yourself, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense. So let's talk about the visuals. Like, I mean, because I'm trying to. I can't think of all of the names on the songs on the Save Yourself. I know I like City on Fire.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember all of these joints. Swing My Way, right?
Yeah,
That's
Swing My
5,
Way,
right?
yeah.
I know you had
I
to like
think that
this
is
time.
5.
Swing My Way might be my favorite jam. I know
What was Swing My Way? Was that the hey?
Nah, that's that Porsche Panamera, my vision.
Yeah, I like that joint.
Yeah, that joint.
So I actually like the whole project.
Yeah.
I like the Pac joint, the Gangsta Bitch joint. I like all of them, honestly.
Yeah.
I know it's one or two I'm forgetting, but I did want to ask you about like the production because you mentioned that it's kind of like a range on this project.
Right.
But it still kind of fit a certain like it wasn't out of
right
range or I ain't gonna say out of range or out of your lane.
Yeah.
So that's what was interesting to me. It was kind of like all of the songs aren't the same type of song,
right?
But the style of production is it seemed like a comfort zone.
Yeah, and I feel like that's always how I made music too, because like remind you, I'm listening to this shit like Big Pac, so like songs like same age as Tupac. That's like more of like a 90s, 80s hip hop like cadence. So it's like I'm used to that sound, used to doing shit like that too. A lot of that shit isn't always put out, but I'm always thinking lyrical and like how to like say some lyrical shit or like
it could connect to me. Like I grew up in that era.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm peeping, like I could just tell from the production, like he was listening to a wider range of music.
Right.
He had some type of understanding of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because it wasn't like I said, not to keep mentioning drill in a negative light.
Right. Yeah.
But from a production standpoint, it has a certain lane.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So I'm hearing like samples. I'm hearing the song structures different. Topics. What's the joint? Lost My Passport. That's one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a vibe.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something where like if I'm on vacation with some,
right.
I can listen to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's in the airport right now.
And the funny thing is, I came up with the name for that song because at first I was gonna call it like Casamigos Freestyle, and I was gonna call it 1942 Free. I was gonna name it after liquor, but then I'm like this should just give me like vacation vibe, but like just imagine losing your passport.
Like that.
Yeah, that would be tough though.
Like,
that would be
on
tough.
A trip, like we take a trip and record like a whole rack of stuff and just piece it together.
That's easy money right there.
Right. No bullshit though.
Just go somewhere, act like it. Just
right. Easy money.
GoPro minis that running through the house.
Nah, for real, lost my passport. That shit
in another country.
Yeah. 100%.
Now, guess what? You gotta trap out the airport like the dude from Germany that lived in the airport for 18 years.
Yeah, you can shoot that joint just traveling, bro.
Right.
Like it wouldn't nobody would know what airport you at.
Right. No bullshit though. Yeah.
You fly to Miami.
Right. You said fly to Miami. Right.
Now, that's one of the best airports though. Not gonna fake.
Now Miami airport like that. I just went there not too long ago.
They got everything. Everything.
Yeah. The lady at the bar was cranking down there. But no, so it Save Yourself. Like I like the fact that it has that range.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how many producers did you have on this joint for 10 songs? Like,
so they honestly, it might be only 2 of the same producers on there, but I think it's all different production on there. So I got produced by Lay on there, but the whole project was engineered by one person. As far as like when we talk about recording the audio and doing all that,
I got you.
For the majority,
I'm talking about like strictly the beats.
Yeah, now the beats, yeah, it was all different production on there, all different production. Yeah, so I don't think I had any of the same producers on there actually.
So it's 10 different beats.
Yeah, it's 10 different beats. Yeah, from 10 different producers.
So who picks y'all? Like who is it? Just you or both of y'all? Who like how did y'all get to the point? It was like, all right, we know this is the right beat because it's hard for projects to kind of fit
me
a vibe and a wave and a sound, regardless of what the sound is.
Right.
I normally do it. I just send him beats that I know he could write. He could just kill it. Like he'd float that jump. Cause I didn't dealt with him with music for like 8+ years. I've been sending him beats for 8 years. So I know your sound out of anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like
I can get on YouTube
stuff.
And he'll wake up with 30 beats, and you know what I mean. I don't even know which one he be picking 90% of the time.
No bullshit.
And then he got his own set of beats that he already deal with. That we just sit in the car listen to beats.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like if you watch like Larry June process. It's just
I
like
fuck with June like
you
that.
You watch behind the scenes on June,
mm-hmm.
like the music.
Mm-hmm.
Like you watched all.
I haven't watched all of them, but like I seen like shit with him and Alchemist.
Yeah,
you know
that's exactly what I've been talking about. Like I've been wanting
love they vibe
to do a little more of that.
Mm-hmm.
To give him more of a closer look into his music. But that's why I learned it from. Like you have to go sit down and like listen to this music in a room after making it. And then they process and making it. They listen to 100 songs and they just run on a board talking about something.
So
and then like I like the way he like another thing you always gotta say is I like the way he put that track list together on Say Yourself. And he been doing a good job with this for years. Like ever since he was 15, I've seen him take a notebook and rewrite the track list 10 times. Until he like it.
Yeah, that is crazy. Cause I literally did that for this album. Like the way I kept changing them songs in the order was crazy. And there's like it's so many songs that didn't make the album. I just wanted to pick the most solid 10 to be honest. Like I still got unreleased shit that could have went on there, but it's like nah. Like, I feel like that 10 was
30 songs to pick from. 25 maybe.
Yeah, they ain't like well, yeah. If we ain't
that matters like how many joints you like. How many did you lay down to pick the 10 for Save Yourself?
Yeah, maybe like 50 songs. Yeah, because you got to think about in the house joints. Shit, I did at other studios, like big sessions. Like even the person I record most of the album, whenever we did like a 5-hour session, I ain't put none of those songs on the tape, not one. I didn't, like none of them. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the biggest session we did in the time. So it's like that's crazy. Looking back at that, like I ain't gonna say wasting money because it's always it might get put out one day. You never know. Like,
but so here's an interesting question for you, right?
Yeah.
When you're recording music, right?
Right.
And you make 50 songs and you put 10 on the project.
Yeah.
What do you do with the rest of the songs?
I listen to them. I just like keep playing them. Like, so we got joints from back in the day, like that cookies and cream jump. That I mean, like we got shit we just like randomly play. Like it take us back to that era. Like man, this shit we should have put this shit out, bro. We should because it's old now. Like it's like music never gets outdated, of course. But at the same time, as an artist too, though, it's like I feel like
what I'm representing.
Yeah, this ain't what I'm representing now. Because a lot of my old shit, like I got some grimy shit, bro. I got some grimy shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now, I'm trying to clean my image up more so. So it's like I want to really put out a track like that, but I'm gonna still come lyrical too. Like you'll still get like you'll still get that vibe too. Like, but it won't be that. It's what I'm saying. It's different now, a little different. You know what I'm saying? Versus back then. But for like Say Yourself, those songs might get put out one day.
But the number one thing we did work on was everything you said though. Delivery. You said 3 major things. You like how he delivered it. You like how he stayed on topic with it. And like you like the titles. That was 5 things we said in the beginning of this year. We just gonna work on this.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
You know what I mean? That was like one thing we just had to learn to stay on topic because you can be anywhere with an album. Like you can go from here to here. No,
that joint complete though. Like it's a real project.
Yeah, it's a real project.
Yeah.
And I told myself too, making that, I said I want to put out a body of work that I'm 100% confident in every song. I don't want to feel like I put out albums where I feel like, let me skip this. Like if I'm playing in the car, let me skip this joint. I don't really want, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like I don't get. You can put on whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if we in the trenches with 100 niggas cut on same age as Tupac or cut on like whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't want to feel like it's not complete. That's why I was like 10 songs to be honest. Out of all those, like these 10, I'm good with all 10 of these. I'm gonna go with this. Like versus like, oh, let me do 15 and 5 joints. I'm really like, you know, I don't want to feel like that. I want to feel like I want to feel
10 joints a straight hit.
Yeah,
I ain't skipping it. Like the first time I listened to the album, I ain't skipping. So I'm like,
and it's short too, so it's like you can say straight through. And then a thing that I like,
so we're gonna talk about that too. You can flow into that.
Right. Well, a thing I liked about it too that gave me good feedback on this album versus a lot of different ones was like everybody had a different favorite song. Usually people be like, this joint the one, like, and that's because of in those situations I was putting random shit on there that I knew probably was like, all right, you might like it, you might not, but now it's like, of course, that's always gonna be a thought to you might like, you might not. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That don't really matter to a certain extent, but on this album, I feel like, yeah, like that was my thing, like. Solid 10 songs, like let's go, like, and 6 months down the line I'm still gonna feel the same way about this project. 2 years later I'm gonna feel the same way about this project, and even coming in the future with more projects to come out too, like I always want to have that confidence where it's like I worked hard, I know this is a good body of work, versus feeling like I don't really want to play this shit because I don't know if niggas gonna like, nah, I don't.
That's a hell of a mindset though. That's smart.
Yeah, because you gotta love it yourself. Because if you don't love the music, like niggas ain't gonna love it. Like they don't see your confidence and like, nigga, this shit crank. Like the niggas gonna be kind of like, he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's the first thing people like look at.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And I ain't gonna lie, bro, helped me a lot with that too. Like I always been a confident nigga, but like on the music end, like bro will like really like support my shit to the point where it's like, nah, like he got me believing more in myself. Like I never been in a situation like that, to be honest. Like where it's like
meet somebody that was more crazy for his music down.
Yeah, like he done told me like he was like, man, you better than all these. I'm thinking like, damn, like what nigga? Like
I really know these niggas, bro. These niggas are talented. And I'm looking, I'm like, you better know these niggas.
Yeah, and it's like
the number one thing I heard in your life was they not better than you. They started before you.
Yeah.
And niggas said that on Instagram. Like that was real. Like they started getting consistent.
No, I like the directional way.
And I respected that too, because I seen a video, interview with Lil C's, which is Biggie Man's, you know what I'm saying? And he was saying how Biggie was saying like Jay-Z, like that nigga Jay-Z might blow past me. And Lil C's was like, nigga, you Biggie Smalls, nigga. He's like, you way better than Jay-Z. And like Big was like, nah, bro, like Jay, like, did you hear what he said? Like, he was like, I gotta redo my verse on Brooklyn Fine. It's like the joint they did together. It's like, bro, that nigga said, man, that nigga said if Faye had twins, she probably had 2.
That's one of the coldest lines of
hip-hop. That's crazy, bro. Like, I still think, I'm like, nah, bro. There's no way that, like, that's so raw, bro.
I'm
like,
glad you appreciate that.
Yeah, nah, for sure. For sure.
That's one of the coldest.
Big said, because you know how
goodness,
he fucked Faith Evans.
Yeah.
So he said if Faye had twins, she probably had 2 Pacs.
Get it?
2 Pacs.
2 Pacs. Like that shit was.
Bro, I said this nigga is crazy, bro.
So Biggie one of your top. It sounds like Biggie one of your favorites.
Yeah, he is one of my. Yeah, bro, can't be fucked with. Like it's just he killed that motherfucker. It's just like nigga, he's stepping, bro. Like Big, bro.
I'm gonna listen to Big when I leave this.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't listen to Biggie in a minute.
For real, bro.
No, I haven't though.
Bro, I be riding around listening to Life After Death, bro. Like
that's a classic.
That's one of the ones
that came out.
And I literally like for the first time before I dropped Save Yourself, I listened to that straight through. Now I always have my joints like, you know, somebody kills you. Of course, he got other hits on there too, like Play a Hater. That's another funny ass joint. But like, yeah, he funny as shit. But that also showed me too, like, of being confident in what you put out. Cause it's, you know what I'm saying? He was on some shit with that Play a Hater, like Play a Hater. Like he's literally singing, like, and he know he can't sing, but it's like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, I'm gonna put this out because I love it. And it's like, people accept. I don't know how niggas felt in the 90s when you chopped that. Like, why he put this on?
Nah. But you
it was somebody out there was like, you remember that nigga? I think it was a nigga out there in the 90s. He was like, player. It was like one of them people classic.
Yeah.
But see,
and like you'd have had to listen to a 70s song. Like it was one of them.
Right. You can right. So it was kind of like a remake of a 70s.
Yeah.
Okay.
It speaks to which I was talking about earlier, like with the hitting that point where you like super confident.
Right.
It don't matter what you do, you feel like you're gonna love it.
Exactly. And I realized that more with hip hop too. Like right now, I could give one of my songs to Drake. Drake do it, it's a hit, right? Mm-hmm. It's like it's after a while.
That's a good point too.
Once you build your
platform, that shit sound like.
Yeah, 100%. Like once you build your platform, it's really not what you're saying at a point. Of course, like you want to be at the top of your game. I'm not saying like, yo, you could, if you're a top artist, you can put out trash. Nah, but the music is still good. That's why a lot of these niggas got writers too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's coming from you though. You know what I'm saying? Like once you build your name up and you're confident, like you just got your own shit going on where it's like people gonna respect it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you put out to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to hear trash.
So it almost sounds like you're saying you would sell songs or help collaborate with another artist as far as like making a hit type thing. Or would you not?
It all depends. Well, when you say that, to be honest, I wouldn't want somebody to write for me, but I have been more open to it. I guess it just depends on what type of song I'm trying to make. Like if I'm trying to make like a anthem, like some that, like I'm trying to go for like some Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson shit, then I might have somebody sitting there and it's like, okay, let's try to form something like this where we can really touch
I
the
peeped
world.
the video you made, the remake of the Michael Jackson joint with the
Oh,
glove.
yeah,
on.
yeah, exactly.
I can't think of the name of it.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
Just for you. That joint, yeah. I know you're talking about, yeah. That's a big inspiration too. You know,
because I peeped that, I'm like, man, this bad, but is it the Michael
right,
Jackson?
nah,
But that's fly from a youngin' from my perspective. You know what I'm saying?
100,
Like
100.
it shows the connection to music. You talking about Biggie and Michael Jackson?
Right.
Yeah. How old? You 25?
Yeah. Right now, the bush.
So it's good to hear that youngins listen to the good music.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I'm throwing a 420 day party today. I'm telling the DJs already, like, I need to hit that 90s shit. Like it's a 90s party. Please bring the 90s vibe in this motherfucker. Like 90s, 80s, we could go back, you know what I'm saying? The Gap Band, just give them it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give it all.
Yeah. You talking about
right.
Hey, I found out why they was named the
Outstanding.
Bee Gees. I didn't know they was related.
Damn. Okay.
All three of them. One is the lead singer, one plays the keyboard and all that, and one plays the guitar.
Another big inspiration to me lately too, and rest in peace, Frankie Beverly.
Oh my
just when I think about my image sometimes too, I think about somebody like that where it's just like you always see him smiling. Always, you never really seen Frankie Beverly. There's no video of him not smiling. Like he's always it's in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? I always want to just be like that positive. You know what I'm saying? And my father from Philly, so he's a Philly native as well. So I always love Philly. That guy mentioned that Eagles fan as well.
Shout out to man, you
Super Bowl championship.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take your money next year. You ready?
Oh yeah.
You know it's JD5 right? But the Eagles
y'all got Debo though. Y'all got Debo. Hey, he been partying too, man. I don't know. He might come to the He come to DC. He come to DC, man. Right. I seen him. Well, physically, I ain't seen him, but Instagram, seen him hosting that Abigail. I said, "Oh shit, they got him outside."
Yeah,
the city gonna love you. Gilbert Arena said it. The city's gonna love you.
Yeah, DC is it.
DC is it.
You seen about the stadium, the RFK joint? You think that's real or?
I got two things with that, right?
Traffic.
At least it's on that side of the city.
No. It's gonna be crazy everywhere.
Three things.
It's gonna be crazy everywhere though.
But okay, my only
that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna work.
My only thing is it brings a new look to the city and it brings that motherfucking property value up to a lot of stuff around there.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But also I'm about to say, they're gonna redo that shit like the Wolf.
Here's the thing though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I said two, but he said
right. You said two. All right.
Traffic, you right.
Right.
Parking. Where you going?
The train station right there.
Everybody
seen the Nationals game. Everybody be on that joint like a Saudi.
Yeah, but now you talk about the
train stop.
They gonna build one right there.
But those
why not RFK right?
They probably would have to, but where you gonna park at? Like where RFK is now, there's nothing
right, because they had Broccoli City at the RFK, and that was crazy. I never found a parking. I always get lucky somehow. But if you look, I'm talking about if you have like a right
football game, like
I think the parking might gotta be on the Maryland side.
You got to think about it.
Shuttle down.
Then you got to think about it.
That's too much.
So hold on. Exactly. That's to my
our people are going to be down there, and it's like we get rowdy, and then we all on the train.
This ties into the third thing.
Uber.
Tailgating. I was just talking to my homies.
Oh my!
So there's stadiums in the NFL,
and it's in the city
that don't tailgate.
Oh shit, down.
Like in the cold city, the Lions, Minnesota. It's too cold outside. Like now, Buffalo, they tailgate.
Okay,
but you see where the stadium is now. Tailgating is sweet. Yeah. If you put the stadium at RFK, you fix the stadium at RFK. We get all this on the cameras, right? These are the three things. You're talking about traffic, parking,
right?
Where people going to tailgate at?
No bullshit.
They gonna be in line.
When you talk about think about tailgating, how they like in Buffalo, they be having trailers jumping off them jumps.
They do be lit though.
Now,
think about people drinking and cooking out.
It'll just be a city takeover. People will set up shop on the street.
They ain't going.
I know it's gonna be crazy, bro. You're right. It's gonna be crazy.
You don't want that shit.
Right. It's gonna look like Chocolate City again out there. I'm telling you, bro.
I take it because look, bro.
Nah,
your house gonna go to your house just went from 500 to like 1.5 off the back.
I get
I'm
that
selling
part.
that.
I ain't gonna lie, that
telling
Sunday
that.
traffic.
That
That's one
one
of the
day a
touch.
week going
That's
crush
going.
you.
I'm telling you, that Sunday, bro. I'm thinking about Suitland Parkway. It's gonna
Damn,
be
I
can't
work
go
on
nowhere.
you know what's
Sunday
over
in the
there?
city.
It's still, bro. Suitland Parkway gonna be crazy. It's all gonna be. It's
So
gonna be
even if
crazy.
you look
bro.
at where the stadium is now,
They
that's
should
something
keep it in
else people don't
Atlanta.
We
think
all
about.
going uptown, bro. Real shit.
Now, if you think about where the stadium is now, it's off the Beltway.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about building no road or nothing. Like you can come from north, south, wherever you
Right,
come
right.
from.
They should probably just
Yeah.
reconstruct that jump. Make
There's
it a little
I'm
bigger.
telling you, with the stadium, there's no way that you can really and then really you would have to build a stadium with a dome. There's no way you build a
Yeah.
new stadium in the city
without
Right.
that down.
Without that down.
because you got to use it for more than just.
Right.
You got to use like Jury World.
Soccer.
Yeah.
I'm about to say soccer. Goddamn.
Any
You seen
event,
Audi
you
Yeah,
Stadium?
and then
You
like
seen the
football
National
is such a.
Stadium?
It's become a
You
bigger
look at
sport.
Audi and the National Stadium. Woo.
But imagine
That's
if
a good
imagine if Audi Stadium had a dome on it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be
I
crazy.
think it's just that location is just like I want to see how it was back in. How was it back in the day?
It looked like that.
Well, like the traffic of it, like the
That shit was before my day. I was a kid then.
down, no bullshit.
I was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That train it's been gone for.
Bert
No.
eating them.
No, so- no, I
eating
thought-
them. I'm about to say
No, I
eating
ain't
them.
gonna say, I'm not going to say that. So the new stadium has been there since like the mid 90s.
Oh,
So I was a kid. I was around. I'm talking about RFK. I wasn't around.
okay.
My mama and them
okay.
saying, "Oh, RFK."
Damn.
Like
Yeah.
that John was like treacherous.
So
I
it
think it's
needs
probably
a
shooting dice to
rebuild.
that motherfucker.
Right?
Nah.
No, I'm talking
Okay,
like the joint used to move. That's one thing that people
Yeah,
know.
like they get
the
so
stadium
the stadium
would
rock,
move.
like,
The stadium would move.
What?
the crowd so loud. The
Yeah.
stadium.
You can look it up on like NFL
Damn,
films, all that shit.
so that's why that train shut down. That motherfucker was like the collapse.
It's like real live builder repairs.
Yo.
But it was around for
A minute.
I'm gonna easily say like my pops. That shit was around for at least 40 years. So like
I'm backing them like when they run the
maybe
original
50s.
Super Bowl.
it might have been from the 50s to the 90s or something like that.
No
The
bullshit.
original Super Bowl they got one was one of that.
Maybe even older than that. You know what I'm saying? So it Jai like needed to shut down.
Right.
But that means it's RFK is 30 years old. How old are y'all?
25.
That stadium, right?
It's older than us.
Not how old it is, excuse me. The time has been closed.
Right.
Oh, damn. As long as we've been alive.
Right.
The time has been, it was closed before y'all was born.
I feel like they.
I was a kid. I'm about to be 40.
They holding on to it for something. Because why is
Because
it?
it's always been a historical. That's how powerful it is. That
Damn.
don't represent 3 chips. You know how many?
Yeah.
You know how many cities in the NFL?
The new one ain't got a chip.
Yeah,
Half
you're
the
right.
cities in the NFL that got teams
Yeah.
don't have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That
People
is
been
like,
sitting on the scans.
right.
We got 3 Super Bowls.
Facts. That is true. Right. That is true.
So that
You gonna go through a
era
tough time.
is tied into RFK. That's why people
Yeah.
wanted to go back. But so let's talk about this, right?
What if it's good luck in there? Like I go back and
We'll see
I
that.
win
Bro,
one.
That I would
But-
not
but
be
that-
surprised. I would not
That's
be
like
surprised.
I wouldn't be
that's
mad.
like
I would
the
not be
Eagles
surprised.
giving up Lincoln
But you
Financial
know
right
what's
now.
crazy? Because you know we played y'all in the playoffs. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. That was the only Eagles game I ever felt a little bad, bro. That was the only game that I was like, man, like I think it was you right there. We was on the phone with 3, and I was because he had die hard Skins fan. I know it's the Commanders. I still call it the Skins because it's like
That's how it is.
It is what it
We
is.
still
You know what I'm
call
saying?
the Commanders the
If you
Skins.
original DC hater, you
Don't
gonna say
matter who
Skins.
you
right?
is, how old
Yeah,
you is,
yeah.
Skins, man.
But that's the one time I felt bad. Like, damn, oh, like I
The
do want
city
to
was
see the
really
city.
on fire.
Yeah, I was like, the city probably do need right now.
'Cause-
Literally, though. Literally.
5 like that.
But
man.
the number one thing I seen was like I never walked outside and seen a group of Redskin fans hugging each other in my life.
Right,
20
right.
years. I done lived in the city
right,
for
right,
20
right.
years.
Right.
I never came outside. Them niggas talking about some.
When y'all beat the Lions, bro, I was like, Dad, they gotta come see us, bro. And I was like, it was on
And
some
we
like,
smoke them niggas.
bro, I'm telling you, bro. I was thinking like, if we,
smoke them niggas.
yeah, y'all definitely smoked them, nigga. Like that shit was OC, bro. That was
They
OC.
was hurt, but it don't matter. That's their problem.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Take advantage.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking advantage.
We
Yeah.
I don't even think they got us.
Who? Lions?
Detroit, not one of them cities. I think it's only like
Lions.
10 teams left in the league that don't got Super Bowls. 7 to 10 teams.
It's a couple teams I might not. I can't say never because you could never say never. To be honest, we got years on this earth.
Buccaneers
but-
got one.
It's like half the
Cincinnati
league.
don't got one.
It's a bunch of saying Atlanta don't got one.
Yes.
Atlanta don't
Jacksonville,
got one.
The
Carolina.
Bears. The
Bears
might
got
Bears
one.
got one,
Lombardi.
85.
Lombardi.
Yeah, I'm about to say they got one back in there.
They actually hold division got one, except Detroit. Detroit don't have one.
Damn.
Detroit don't have no Super Bowl. Arizona Cardinals don't have no Super Bowl.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense though.
The Cardinals got Super Bowl. Larry Fitzgerald.
Hell no.
They lost.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It
Yeah,
felt
they
like
won.
he
They
won.
lost. I remember that year.
He won it.
For
I'm
one
talking
year-
about people that won.
Oh nah.
1 year I was a fake Cardinals fan. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie.
They was on Larry
Kurt
Fitzgerald.
Warner
fan.
got you.
Right,
Nah,
Larry
me and
Fitzgerald,
Kurt
bro.
Warner, we was in elementary school. This guy named Fisher. He was a linebacker for the Cardinals. He used to come to our school every year, hand us his player card. That's why we became Cardinals fans for that 1 year.
Yeah, no, that shit. Yeah, definitely.
I
that,
think
that nigga Larry Fitzgerald was a bad man. Though.
Nah, Fitzgerald like that.
Yeah.
So all right, we transition to sports. I love
I
sports.
think he got the least drops or some shit like that, like the least drop pass.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, he got
up.
some shit. Like I was like, yo, like what the
Rank your top 5 NFL receivers.
Okay, gotta go. It's gonna blow a lot of people, but
What do you want to rank them or you just want to group them? Like
I want to. I'm gonna group my 5. I'm just.
It's your choice. You
Okay,
can
'cause
either
really-
rank them 1 through 5.
I'm gonna really go
or
like
put 5 in the group.
okay. I'm gonna say 1 through 5, but I'm gonna say my favorite because I'm not gonna say the best because I can't say the best 5.
I agree with what you're saying.
In my opinion, and I always tell people that too even when they talk about top 5 odds. I'm like, are you asking my favorite or who do I really think is like the best? You know what I'm saying? So
That's
now
how I do it. We're gonna do an NBA one after this. So keep going though.
So my favorite 5 receivers of all time: Deshaun Jackson, number 1.
Number 1. Okay.
Yeah. And my favorite. I'm an Eagles fan.
Hold on, my bad. You saying your favorite 5?
Yeah, my favorite 5. Not
Okay,
best of all
I got
time.
you. I got you. Go ahead. My bad.
Deshaun Jackson, Larry Fitzgerald, AJ Brown. I gotta go. It's a sneaky. Odell Beckham and then probably Amari Cooper.
Wow, this is generational shit right here.
Yeah, generational shit.
Yeah, I was
Where's
about
Dale
to
at?
say some whole other shit.
Where's Dale at?
Because I was about to say like Jerry Rice.
Right.
I was definitely about to go Jerry Rice on them folks. Let me see, Calvin Johnson for sure.
For sure.
But see,
Andre
hear me out.
Megatron.
Now hear me out. I didn't start watching football until 2015. I was always an Eagles fan, but I didn't watch that shit. Even like Donovan McNabb, I was
Okay.
I was like a Deshaun Jackson fan. If I'm watching the Eagles play, I'm watching Deshaun.
I can tell, but
like,
who you pick how with
right, yeah,
brains.
it's like I was only watching football for a short amount of time. I'm just now really knowing about the old niggas now, like Marcus
You know
Allen.
about the old music. You don't know about the old football.
Not too much about the because I played basketball growing up too, so only one year I played little league football. Other than that, it was basketball.
Hey, Zed, where you at?
Receivers.
You heard the top 5? Say your top 5.
Yeah, all right. My top. Oh, he said my top 5.
Top 5 wide receivers.
I said, my favorite, not the best though, because like I said, I feel like I'm not educated.
Favorite.
My
This shows
favorites,
the
yeah.
generations.
So-
I'm about to say mine.
I said Deshaun Jackson, AJ Brown, who I say Odell Beckham, Amari Cooper. I feel like I'm Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
My jump was Calvin Johnson, Andre Johnson,
Said Rice.
Jerry
Yeah,
Rice, and oh man, I feel like I got a good 2 sitting around there. I say you can give me an Anquan Bolden because he was like that this time too.
I like
Give me
Anquan
Devin
Bolden.
Hester. Devin Hester was down.
Witness. It's funny. I don't even know who that is. Though. I ain't gonna lie.
Devin Hester was the
y'all
best
bringing out my
return man
status.
ever.
Y'all bringing out my status. The top 5.
Nah,
But we said, but hit me out, y'all. We said favorite because, like I said, you got to separate. But because I feel like I'm not educated to say who's the best in football.
Nah, best
On
of
that-
So
that's
even,
why I'm
even favorite, right? So you got
niggas probably on this joint.
3 of them.
They probably like that nigga
Y'all
said
have
Deshaun
top
Jackson
5?
number 1. Like I know somebody probably like Deshaun Jackson. nigga.
No. I'll never forget that game when he cooked us with Michael Vick.
Hey,
First play, they blew us out 20. I don't even talk about that. We had
a
McNabb.
90-yard bomb.
Oh yeah, right. I remember
Crazy.
that time. Why do our old play? Well, our players
That,
really
game, that Michael Vick game, one of his best pro football games ever.
Yeah, he definitely dogged.
He cooked.
Left hand.
They had 28 in the first quarter.
Bad mind, bro. That Michael.
All right, so wide receivers. I'm digressing.
Right, yeah, go.
I got to stay on topic with time. Hold on. Hear me out.
What's yours?
Because you mentioned Jerry. There's no way in the world Jerry Rice is better than all them niggas. Not put together.
Nigga is Mr.
No.
Tucci.
So
Beckham had an
was
error.
Like that. Beckham is like that.
Terrell Owens, not Jeff Aston.
Terrell Owens is better than AJ Brown.
We didn't say Randy Moss.
Damn.
So hold on, I ain't saying
He ain't good.
because the top 3 is Jerry Rice, Megatron,
Okay.
Randy Moss.
Yeah. Okay. No,
All of them is like
They are-
different types of problems.
no, but listen, all of this different type
All
of
of
problem.
You know how much of a problem you gotta be for a nigga to call you Megatron?
Yeah, nah, that was-
Megatron was damn, knock my shit up. Megatron was like that.
Snap.
I'm talking about, but he's my favorite though.
Yeah.
So if I was going to rank him, I put Megatron at 1 over Jerry Rice. Now,
And it is correct.
people my age gonna be like, nigga, you lunching like shit, putting Megatron over Jerry Rice.
Hey, man.
But Megatron ain't never had no quarterback. Jerry Rice had Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Megatron was dogging,
Megatron
man.
had-
6'5",
right.
30, 4'3". That shit is not.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
unheard of.
It is.
So I'm trying to think of the other 2 though. I only named 3. Wide receivers. Okay. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. I'm gonna put Chris Carter in there.
See, I don't know who Chris Carter is.
Chris Carter don't.
Classic. He like
Chris Carter never. I ain't never seen Chris Carter drop a pass. And then I can put Michael. I put Michael Irvin in there.
Oh, yeah, I know Michael Irvin is. Okay.
He was like that. Like he was one of them.
I can see
I think
Brown.
so who's
Tim Brown.
Who's Marcus Allen? I was watching
Marcus
something.
Allen's a running back.
He's a running back. He had some type of record, bro. He had some. It was a
Like
nigga.
touchdown record.
Nah, some nigga had a crazy record, bro. I was just like, cause I'm into shit like that. Like I look up, like yeah,
crazy yards.
like maybe it was like
His
a
yardage
yardage.
carries was crazy.
I'm gonna find it, bro. I'm gonna find because what had me looking at records. I don't know if you seen the young in that Largo. He just broke the most points in Maryland in a year. He just broke.
Shout him out. What's his name?
Goddamn, what's his dude name? Cam Ward. Cam Ward is his name. Cam Ward just broke the Maryland record of the most points in a year in a season. So, but they was interviewing the guy who had the record before. The guy held the record for like 30 years. He's like, yeah, in about a week. They interviewed him prior to it. They was like, this guy's coming up. He's probably about to beat your record. He's like, well, let him have it. The young kid have it. Blah blah. And talked about his career and stuff like that. And it just shows like staying on the topic with sports too. Just how like even that guy, like he had the highest points in Maryland score, held that record for like 30 years, but he never went to the NBA. He did play for I think Coolgate for a little bit, and then
basketball,
yeah, basketball. But just showing like
it is basketball. So I'm tripping. My bad.
Right. Just showing how it was different because even like he was saying he was holding that record back then, but it wasn't such a big thing like versus like Cam Ward when he broke the record. Like we got social media now, everybody's going crazy. This dude dropped 45 points a game all season and shit like that. So it just shows like the time and what I'm saying, that's how we talking about the young generation and all that shit, like just tying that together. So yeah.
Top 5 point guards. Since we staying on sports, I want to see where you at.
Okay. Oh, damn, bro.
Is it my 5 or is it the world 5?
Right.
Now we can do the same thing. We're gonna do the same thing.
My 5.
Same thing.
Give me
your favorites, top 5. You pick what you want to do.
Russ, D Rose, AI.
You put AI as a 1. Okay.
Gotta put AI. But I got so many favorite point guards.
It's not even funny.
I already said Rose. I gotta put Magic in there. But I really wanted to wait on, but I gotta put Magic because he originated that shit. And then maybe Rajon Rondo in that motherfucker too on top 5. But that's a hard one because then I still got.
Where you at? You said you need 10. Hold on.
I'm just playing.
I'm still just thinking about other people too. Like I'm a Lakers fan. I ain't gonna lie. Like it might blow a lot of people, but Derek Fisher, hell of a point guard to me. You know what I'm saying? Can't put him in the top, but the way he ran the
team, that's definitely a favorite list.
A favorite list. Yeah. Right. But yeah, I can't put it. Of course, I can't put Derek. You know what I'm saying? But one of my favorites is because that's the point guard I was watching, just seeing how he runs the offense and shit like that. Because at point in time, I was playing point guard like on some, you know what I'm saying, little league.
Look like Derek. I said when I first met, I'm just meeting this man.
Yeah,
that's the first. I was like, man, like a mini Derek Queen over this month.
Hey, that's funny. It's just.
Can you believe this shit though? I played big man. He played point guard.
Sound like Queen.
Bad team.
Right.
Sound like Queen. So let's go to point guards. You say yours again.
I said D Rose, Russell Westbrook, Rajon Rondo, Magic Johnson, AI.
Steve Nash, Kyrie Irving, You give me
I knew you was gonna say that. That's funny.
the nigga that played on the Bulls with Jordan, that cooked Jordan ass.
I'm surprised you didn't say Isaiah Thomas, but I don't know if you're Isaiah Thomas fan.
I would say
He's a bad man, though.
What's his name? The Rahman. I'm about to say what's his name? One of the greatest shooters in the NBA. Abdul, for sure. He was a point
How do we
guard.
forget?
Sharif Abdul.
How we forget white chocolate though? We forgot white chocolate.
Denver?
Yeah, Abdul.
You talking about Chauncey? Oh, you talking about Mahmoud?
I'm about to say
Mahmoud
Mahmoud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mac. Oh yeah,
He one of the
Mahmoud.
ones.
Curry before
He
Steph
is.
Curry.
Yeah.
What's his name? Rod Strickland.
Or Monte Ellis was fake. Stephen Curry. Well, he was running the Golden State football.
And
Monte Ellis was like
He was like that. Though. He was
I fuck about
sneaky, yeah.
Who?
I said Rod Strickland. And my last one. My last point guard. I'm about to say who was here today? I forgot. That's somebody I feel like I'm missing out the NBA today. It was like one person.
I agree with you.
I'd say Chris Paul.
I like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we can't forget Chris. Damn.
Can't forget.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. So many great
He's
point
the
guards.
oldest player that played 82 games in the season this year.
Damn.
He played the whole way too.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Excuse me, not play, but start.
Okay.
I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah, he's still a threat. He's still a threat for sure.
He's 40.
For real.
I ain't gonna lie. I respect Chris Paul on just knowing how to handle business because he finessed at 33. They said at 33, Chris Paul extended the player age jump max cap.
He probably did because he was a part of that.
He's a look, guess what? He goes to get. I think he just got $100 million from there, and he goes to get a max.
Yeah, he's talking about the extension from Houston. Association type shit.
Mm-hmm. He get that extension from Houston for another $120 million. You know he wasn't supposed to get that. He's supposed to get 70. You know, after a certain age, you can only get 70. Your max is like 70 million. 50
That's tight.
Yeah.
All right, so hold up. So you said Magic.
Yeah.
Y'all both kind of say what I'm gonna say. So it's Magic. Right now, I'm arguing between 1 and 2 with Steph Curry and Magic. Steph Curry can shoot so good at the point guard position. When you look at point guards,
right,
that shit is not really how you supposed to play the game.
Yeah,
not at all. Because why is my point guard running away from the ball, catch that bitch?
Exactly.
That's
he might be the
change basketball more than Magic. So I'm putting Steph Curry #1 point guard all time.
Ray Allen or Steph Curry?
Ooh, Steph Curry.
I respect it.
We're gonna go to shooter since you brought that up. So let me say my point guard.
Y'all hurt me with that.
Let me say my point guard.
It's hard,
Steph
bro.
Curry.
Stephen Curry is like
Steph Curry.
Okay.
Magic. Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah,
but you said Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I said Isaiah. But I just I'm surprised he didn't say it. But that's somebody I wanted to mention.
That's my number 6, though.
Bad man.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, bad.
I'm gonna say something controversial. I think Kyrie Irving is the best basketball player that ever lived.
Skill-wise? Nah, mentality.
I'm just saying. If you watch one person play basketball, I've never seen one person. Jordan, LeBron, I don't give a fuck who it is. I've never seen one person do with a basketball.
I never seen
what Kyrie Irving does. From the levels of scoring and the paint, mid-range. I saw that man hit an offhand game winner.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Niggas can't shoot with their off.
Right. Yeah,
much less hit a game.
No, Kyrie is a bad man. I feel like, and then I respect that too, because he got that from Kobe too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got that stat from Kobe as far as like this one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? And the way he went at Kobe. Kobe's my favorite of all time.
He cooked them niggas in that USA practice.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I was about to say niggas don't know that. I about to say most people don't know ain't Rod Strickland like his uncle.
Yeah. Bro. So when you said 5,
Mr. Pat is
I gave you 4. I gave you 4. He said Rod Strickland at 5. I was about to say that Rod Strickland very well could be top 5
because you know that from him.
He like whole time Rod Strickland. This is gonna be another good clip. Yeah. Rod Strickland and Kyrie are kind of like, it would almost be like a Jedi relationship where it's like Skywalker and you know what I'm saying? Like who came before Skywalker?
I got one for you. Was George Gervin a 2?
We can go to 2s.
Nah, I was about to say George Gervin was a 2.
or one.
'Cause he's before my day. No, George, he was a wing. He was 2 or 3.
Yeah, he was at the end of that Jordan era. Like he got to play with like
George Gervin was way before. George Gervin was
shit, that.
70s.
Yeah,
He created the finger roll.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the wrong person.
He was around before I was around.
Yeah.
But nobody can do like nobody can do what Kyrie can do.
Yeah. Nah, I feel Kyrie is a dog.
Now championships, you got Jordan right there. You see
I ain't gonna lie.
Kobe, LeBron, Jordan.
In my opinion, bro, I think Kobe is the best to ever do it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kobe Bryant, bro. But I'm also a Lakers fan too, and then I really like grew up in that era. Like I just remember like staying up to watch some 10 o'clock games, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like
that's
Kobe Bryant
thing too, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Watching the late game, regardless of what you gotta do the next day.
Exactly, bro. I just feel like that nigga, bro, clutch games, bro. Mamba mentality, that shit was real. Like, bro, he ain't just had that dog, bro. Like certain play, like even LeBron, bro. Like, I respect LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have that. I feel like he don't got that dog. Like of course he got a dog. But like Kobe just got that edge. Like I don't give a like, bro. This like he don't mind. Kobe is the dog, bro.
It's interesting. We could look at the picture, right? That's the conversation,
right? Yeah.
LeBron got the most points in NBA history.
Damn,
that says something.
No, it does.
But he played the longest.
But you still got to do it. That's why I say he's still a bad man too, because he still had to do it. He still had to put the work in.
I'm about to say that's the part.
This is the difference right here. It took you 20 years to do this.
I'm telling you, that's the biggest.
Took him 12.
The biggest
to
hate.
Get 30,000. These 30,000 point players.
This is the biggest hate that LeBron got. Is how long he played.
But this is the thing I love about
that's a talent to play long.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even care the fact that he played long. It's the fact this nigga's top 3 and everything. Go look at that.
Yeah, they got their ass.
This nigga is top 3 and everything. Yeah,
because of the time. I know what you're saying. It ain't fair because he had more time to do it. Type shit.
If somebody do something for a long, LeBron is the only person
to be nice
in history.
Ooh,
yeah.
When you do something for a long time, it's bad. Motherfuckers worship kings because they rule for a long time.
right. Now,
LeBron played for a long time.
They say, don't you know how you say you love them stats?
Yeah.
They say out of all of them, who do you think is the most consistent?
That's LeBron.
Oh, LeBron, for sure. That's why LeBron, I never take it away from LeBron.
Stats never drop down.
Ever.
Yeah. No. That's why I say like I give it to LeBron. I just feel like it's also like how I look at Jordan too. Like nobody plays the way Jordan. That's why I say sometimes he has that swag. Like even the way Michael Jordan dribble, like he just looked like so. Like he's like a fucking superstar, bro. Like
him and Kyrie had a conversation of best basketball players ever.
Right. When you talk about the way it looks and shit like that, like I feel like Jordan really got that on court swag, off court. Like he's just that nigga on the court, like on the style perspective. But like LeBron's just like a consistent dog.
I feel like it's timing too, because they took his last 5 years.
Yeah.
After that charge, they took his last 5. They didn't give him no trades. They didn't give him nothing. He ended up with Nick Young.
Right.
You ended up with Nick Young and fucking.
that's an argument.
Ended up with,
he got Pau Gasol though. You know what I'm saying? He got some more chips with Pau Gasol, so you can't say that.
Yeah, but
he had Nick Young after the Wizards had Nick Young. Nick Young had the worst.
Look though. You get Chris Paul.
Shout out to Nick Young again.
Shout out to Nick Young.
Oh yeah, shout out to Nick Young.
Shout out to Arena. Shout out to them. But look, they get Chris Paul. No Steve Nash. These niggas, Chris Paul's in his prime.
You said Steve Nash. Steve Nash is not top 5 all time.
Before
we move on, that must be said.
Nah, he not top 5.
So hold on, you mentioned Gervin.
I grew up a Nash fan. Ooh, damn.
So we going to the wings? Y'all want to go
the wings? Small forwards?
The wing?
It's up to y'all.
We go small forwards. I go.
Let's see what CJ hooping categorization is at. Let's go small forward.
I go LeBron, KD, shit.
I got a name.
See, I got a different favorite 3 because I ain't gonna lie, like Rudy Gay, like in this prime was like OC.
Rudy Gay was like that.
Like at a 3, you know what I'm saying?
Before they moved him to the 4?
Right. I never like that 3 Paul
too all time.
For real? I never knew that.
He from like our Aberdeen, if I'm not mistaken, like on the Baltimore side.
Shit. And right now, I got though Carmelo Anthony in there and like Paul Pierce would be like my cool 5. I still feel like I'm missing somebody, but I ain't gonna lie, that New York Melo was different though. That was lights out, bro.
That's the conversation because to me, I don't know if y'all remember, right?
Yeah.
When Melo went to New York, he could have went to Chicago to play with D Rose.
Wow.
He was a free agent, leaving Denver. He could have went to Chicago. Chicago won it. I'll never forget. I remember reading and this is all reported. You know what I'm saying? Because I know. Shout out to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Melo, future Hall of Famer coming up, first ballot.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Melo. Thought he had like a 4-year, $88 million deal to go to. He had an option to go to New York or Chicago. And in my mind, I felt like if you look at that Chicago team, I think they had Joakim Noah.
Team that was competing with LeBron in the conference final.
Yep. I think that was Noah, Ben Gordon.
What's his name? Jimmy Butler.
This might have been.
What's his name? Doug.
This is
Doug?
after.
What's his name?
McDermott.
Number 9. Luau Deng.
They had Luau Deng.
Carlos Boozer.
Oh, that's what. So it was.
And that what?
Noah
Lopez.
Boozer. That might have been.
They might have.
Not Noah. His name is Noah. Yeah, I think I mentioned him.
Joakim Noah.
Noah. Yeah.
Boozer. Luau Deng. Ben Gordon. Derrick Rose. Kirk Heinrich.
Yeah.
Heinrich ended up coming into the
Ben
city.
Gordon off the bench.
But Melo could have went to that team, and if he would have played with Derrick Rose, I think Melo and Rose would have won the chip.
Yeah.
I think they could have.
You know who I feel like slept on a lot? Reggie Miller too. Reggie Miller one of them ones, but I mean, on some highlight shit because I haven't really watched a full Reggie Miller game to see like how he really was and what role he played. But he was nice. Now I forget
he
Scottie
was like
Pippen.
Ray Allen, super Ray Allen.
Like, yeah.
So imagine Ray Allen. Hold.
Imagine Ray Allen if he had
Andy, let's go.
1-2.
It's your go. Hold up.
So I got.
I want to hear your threes.
I got.
Because you just mentioned the name. I want to see if you say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got Peja Stojakovic. Was that?
He was. I thought he was a 4.
You could put him at 3. Peja can shoot.
Peja can shoot that ball.
Yeah.
I got Peja. I got Kevin Durant. Some good threes. Let me see.
PG County in the building. Shout out Kevin Durant.
My man. What's his name? Got the perfect headline today.
Good.
What's his name? Got a perfect tip page. Be on TV. What's his name?
I know.
Played for the Sacramento.
Oh, I can't remember.
Chris Webber.
Chris Webber, yeah.
No, he not no 3.
He not no 3. Chris Webber was not.
Yeah,
was Grant Hill a 3?
Grant Hill was a 3.
Right.
You can put him in either one, but you can put him at 3.
Let me see. I got 2 more. Let me think about some good forwards coming down the line. I definitely take LeBron. Never.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, especially at 3. I just think Paul George is going to be him.
And it's crazy because some young niggas love him though, but
yeah,
like he a god, but he had some good.
He had an era. He had a time.
I
think his era was like so good to the point where it's like he could kind of live off that. That's why he still get these big deals.
Pacers, Paul.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I take Paul George.
And then who was my man? He ain't last long.
Somebody I'm missing.
It definitely is.
What was his name? He went to Baylor, bruh. And then that was my man's, but he ain't had no good career for us. No.
He played for Oklahoma City for like a couple years.
What was his name, bro?
What's his name? A 3. I need one more.
You said LeBron, KD.
I got LeBron, KD, Paul George, Peja Stojakovic,
and Peja. So you got one more.
So he ain't naming who he's talking about.
Ooh.
He ain't naming yet.
Nah.
He don't get his credit. He another person don't get his credit because he played with the fucking greatest of all time. It kind of go like that.
Yeah, no, you're not getting that.
It's like it's like you start thinking about 2K once you start thinking about like teams go past.
I take Carmelo.
Okay.
I'll take Melo, but I'm gonna take Paul George out and go get motherfucking what's his name? And because I used to play with fucking I used to play with so many different players. Fuck.
Right, it'd be hard to think of all the players on spot. That's why it's like they start coming back to you like, oh, how the fuck I forget the name?
That's why I'm letting y'all go first. I got the oldest brain.
Nah, girl.
You like,
y'all naming them for
who played in 2003 on the goddamn Wizards that nigga? Because I just thought about somebody, Ben Wallace.
Center.
Nah, that's not. What's the dude who played for bro? That
you talking about Rick Hamilton?
Rick Hamilton.
That's a 2.
I thought he played
Ripper 2. Ripper 2. You get Ripper 2.
For real?
Yeah. Oh, Tayshaun Prince. Give me 3.
So that's your 5.
Yeah, give me Tayshaun Prince. That's
y'all
definitely forgetting one white boy.
Ooh, one white boy.
Larry Bird.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
but I ain't gonna
He's
lie.
better than all
I
of
feel
them.
like in this era, Larry Bird might
Well,
get
he ain't better
barbecue.
than all of them.
I would say he might.
So,
Nah, Larry Bird.
I agree with y'all though. So LeBron,
I got everything in my bank account saying that Larry Bird will not get cooked because these niggas don't play defense.
especially
Larry
healthy.
Bird was over there. Look, Larry Bird was over there calling shots, telling you how he was gonna cook you, and he's not faster than you.
Larry
not
Bird.
He was cooking magic in there.
You right? Yeah, yeah, you right. You got to play. Yeah.
So
Right,
Carmelo, LeBron, KD, Larry Bird.
Right.
So he said he didn't say Larry Bird, but he said Carmelo, LeBron, and KD.
Yeah, we saying you forgot Scottie Pippen.
And then I think I would probably take Scottie Pippen number 5. So I'll take if I had to rank him, I'd put LeBron 1.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with this?
You definitely going down.
LeBron
Can I need the nigga from
KD 2.
If you gonna take Scottie Pippen,
Bird 3.
I need the nigga from
Pippen 4, Melo 5.
the nigga from Portland that was like cooking shit, tall as shit, used to run down the court with the ball in his hand. Him and Pepper played together. But this is like Jordan rival. I forgot his name.
Clyde Drexler was a 2.
He was a big ass 2.
Mm-hmm.
No boy.
Nigga was like a 6'8" too.
Oh yeah, Clyde Drexler. Yeah, dog.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, he definitely another one of them ones. Who your greatest 5 boxers of all time? That's something I've been into
I can't
lately.
even do that.
Greatest 5 boxers all time.
All time.
Sheesh.
All time. Don't gotta be a weight class. Greatest to do it.
Roy Jones,
Bad man.
Muhammad Ali,
Bad man.
Mike Tyson.
That's Muhammad Ali, my favorite of all time. Off the energy, just making black beautiful. Like,
What about the drunken fighter?
Hold on. So
like if you look at his fight, if you look at his style,
Jones.
what's his name? The drunken monkey. Like he really ever do that boxing style, he'd fuck you up. But you think you about to hit him?
Does Javante go in your top 5?
Not yet. He can't after the Roach performance. He has to win. He has to beat Roach 2 more times.
And he gotta beat.
So the good. I'm glad you mentioned boxing because I'm glad that this is a DCB more DMV conversation too. So it's beautiful. You know, it's gonna be good for the chop up for clips. You know what I'm saying? So like just seeing the attention being here, this going to tie into you doing your thing and getting the music popping and the gear popping because it's eyes here now.
Yeah, exactly,
you know
100%.
But no, I'm not putting Javante top 5. I can't put him over Floyd.
I'm putting Javante in my top 5.
I'm trying to think. Do I want to put Floyd in? I'm gonna say. Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. So I said Tyson, Roy.
You said Tyson, Roy, Ali.
I need a Ray Leonard.
Ali.
Yeah. Ray Leonard's
Joe Lewis. None of us was born, but Joe Lewis was like that. You got to look up some of his old shit.
Okay, I'm gonna watch them joints. I'm gonna watch that.
My father be telling me about.
You know. Matter of fact, another motherfucker that punched hard as shit. And he just passed away. I might say George Foreman.
He got a movie there. That's what
I thought you was gonna say from the 70s. I had an old head when I was working at the Shoppers of Forestville. He gave me a VHS tape. And when Foreman fought Ryan Lyles, them niggas was knocking each other out, bruh.
Damn, son.
I was out there for some years.
Bro, you probably know my mom now. That's crazy. I don't know them probably still know you about face.
No bullshit.
So that's what I'm gonna say. Foreman, Lewis, Tyson,
Luke, wasn't that?
Roy Jones and Muhammad Ali.
Bet. My top.
Your top 5 boxers. You say Javante?
Yeah, Javante definitely in my top 5 for sure. This is my guy though. Like I ain't gonna lie, like this is like it's like when I think about the swag too, and then like matching the energy too, because there's a lot of people that put on the flash shit too, but it's like Tank just like he got that dog in him for real, and that knockout power. Like everybody love a good knockout. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see skill too as well. But so my top 5 would be Muhammad Ali at number 1. I would go 2. Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson for sure, Javante Davis, and then I would go at 5. What's my man name? I just forget his name. That fast.
You said Floyd, Mike Tyson, Javante,
Ali,
right?
And there was one more. Well, damn, what's his name, Mo? And they be comparing my man to Jaleel all the time, bro. One of them, I can't think of his name right now, bro. Can't think of his name. But I'm gonna just go like Sugar Ray Robinson right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was in the. I forgot him.
I'm gonna
He was the first
I'm
one.
gonna go
one of Gary.
Nah, I ain't one of the Garys. I don't know why I can't think of his name right
That's
now,
another
bro.
person I'm happy for this year too. Got that.
So
I'm trying to find him.
from a boxing standpoint,
Yeah.
you said that's your favorite sport.
No, just something I've been heavy into it now lately.
So what boxing fight do you want to see? Like, give me maybe 3 of them that you would think would be the best fight.
I'm geeking for this Canelo versus Crawford.
How much time we got, Zell?
Actually, on here 10 minutes because
Are we good? Finish it. So are we good?
Yeah.
We about to wrap up.
Bet. So I would say that the Canelo and Crawford, I'm definitely geeking to see. I actually wanted that fight to happen like off the rep. I was like, that'd be cool to see, to be honest, because like I could just see it happen. They're not too far in the weight. People kind of making it a big deal, but they're gonna be at a weight, so it's gonna work out. I don't know who's gonna win that fight, to be honest. I really can't say. It's gonna be a hell of a fight, though.
Who you want to win?
Crawford.
Crawford. I like the redhead Mexican.
I like the red Mexican,
but he's got exposed though.
He's got exposed, but look, that's like me fighting you, and you come down to my weight. The day you leave the day you leave after that weight, you gonna gain all them pounds back. You know what my little punch is gonna do? You gonna boom.
The key is gonna be in that which weight they fight at. All right, so what's the next?
Yeah. And then the next one would be it'll be because it's funny. I got two actually. It'll be Tank versus Shakur Stevens. I know everybody want to see that. Don't know how interesting it would be, but man, I just want Tank to put the pause on that dude, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It would definitely be something people want to see. Yeah, I'll say that for sure.
And then I would want to see. I don't know. Did that fight happen?
What?
I think that fight happened. Ryan Garcia versus Pitbull. Did that ever happen?
Ryan Garcia about to fight Rolly the whole time.
Yeah,
right. That's gonna be. I don't understand Rolly, but I fuck with him though because he be troll, like he make it fun. You know what I'm saying? Like he makes you want to see him fight, like whoever he fighting or whatever. Like he be also he funny as shit, but he really like. I'm like, bro, where did this dude come from? I'm like, nah, bro, this is crazy. I'm like, but he can take a punch though, fake take a punch, but I don't know why, Brian. That's a money grab, bro. That's a money grab.
That bag. I mean, it might be some people just.
And they both trolls. Like you want to kind of see. I know it's gonna be. They both gonna be trolling the whole fight, man. That's gonna be crazy.
Ryan Garcia should knock his ass out.
Yeah, he should.
Ryan Garcia can punch.
Yeah, for sure. He got that hook
defense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot. Yeah,
he got that.
A lot of these boxers though, like I feel like they don't take the conditioning serious, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? I realize in that boxing world, there's a lot of conditions, a lot of shit you got to do. In a way,
that's a serious like that.
Because even I think we was talking about that when Crawford fought Spence. I didn't know Spence was a drinker, and that probably played a part in it too. Like you gotta be on the top of your game in that sport. You know what I'm saying? Like
I ain't even gonna lie. I think just in that the car crash alone.
Yeah, car crash.
That car crash fucked him up.
You can see it and how he was talking. He's still off.
Yeah.
I ain't even like the fact they even put that fight on because I was like, that didn't wrap it. That ruined.
You see, he got that bag and ducked off.
He did it for the bread, but it ruined his career, bro. Like he was out there looking like you look like you not there.
Yeah.
Like you there, you trying, but you're not there.
Right.
And I ain't like what it did for his career because after that we never seen him again.
Right. I think he's the whole time. I think Spencer's working. He's just trying to get back to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think he's probably gonna give it like one last shot, but he realized he probably wasn't the same.
How you feel about Charlo though?
Who?
Charlo, the twins. They had a good run.
Dealing with a lot. But after what's that? Jamel lost to Canelo. They got for them. They unfortunately, it's like a good problem. They have a brand, so they can't come back light. They're at that point with like Adrian Bronner. You remember when Adrian Bronner kind of came back and was like, "Yeah, I'm back in the mix." And bullshit, and it's like, "Yeah, everybody wrote them all."
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
They gotta really come back. Like,
they gotta fight somebody and win.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying, have a good showing to kind of give their name that pop back.
Right.
If they don't, then they can kind of ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, like that's one of the sports. Like,
it's gonna be one of them jumps. You're gonna see them both pop up, fight each other one time, big ass bag. You never see them again.
Right.
That was a talk that was happening. Like they were trying to make them fight.
Yeah, because it's really one of them sports. Like you can't bullshit. Like I'm realizing, like you go like a week without training. Like it's not like basketball where you could kind of come back. play the back, kind of pass more this game, and play your role like and find the sweet. Like it's like, nah, just do this. I'll work. Yeah, like if he is no backup, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be and like focused too, like not going to sleep in the rain. Like you could be in that joint. Like, I'm about to just bullshit around. Like a nigga, like a mindset is different. Like you can't think it's sweet out there.
Your ass popped in there.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, like me watching a lot of like boxing shit lately too. It's like made my perspective like that on like rap and hosting and shit like that. Like I'm training, I'm preparing, yada yada. And it's like when I come in for time, it's like it's go time, like completely focused now. Like it's like
let's shift off of sports and go there. Like what made you get that like serious and professional? Because we about to wrap up.
As far as like in the music, like this what got me serious. I feel like we always been like business minded too, like on the money hard. So it's like, yeah, we just gotta like lock in and do everything the right way. I feel like the club shit got me more serious too because it showed me like people are janky, like you know what I'm saying. As far as like I told what we talked about earlier, anything that's not signed on paper and y'all got any type of business done, like it's not legit. Any handshake deal it's not legit. You know what I'm saying? So just knowing like you got to have your LLC. Yeah, exactly. Like bro was giving us information earlier, BMIs, just have everything in writing, have everything planned out. Like everything takes like you come up with your plan, you map it out, and it takes execution and you get it done for real, for real. I feel like that.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So continue to plug the brand again. What's popping? I'm in the group. You got hostings popping up.
Right.
Is the weather done broke? I know you got some more shit lined up.
Yeah, nah, definitely. We got a 420 day party today at Wild Days Rooftop, 4 to 10 p.m. We got the hookup. You know what I'm saying? 90s edition party. After that, we had 12 after 12 from 11 to 2 a.m. So yeah, like we got that going on today. And then more events to come. Like we just got a lot of stuff lined up. Literally, it's funny. Last night, the owner, well, not the owner, manager at Wild Days was like, I just signed 5 other clubs, so we definitely gonna have some motion going this summer. We already talked about another venue, so I'm gonna bring the Go-Go involved. Working on some stuff with Reaction Band. Gonna do a song. We're gonna do a lot of different shit.
Touch on the Go-Go piece. We ain't got to rush, but touch on the Go-Go piece.
I want to say this. Can we please bring Go-Go back? Can we please like I'm talking about for the youngins, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck. We had that shit at Suit and Rec, you know what I'm saying? like bring the band in there, let the youngins come in, man. I really don't want to charge them, but $5 to get in. I don't know how I forgot how it was like at the La Pearl and all that. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Free entry, $20, whatever the case may be. Like, let these youngins like experience the culture too. You feel me? Like, I be feeling like I was the last era of the Go-Go. Like, we really listening to like XIB. Like, I know for a fact none of these wines listening to Go-Go. Like, they all listen to like the newest shit, like from the DMV, whatever drill artist is out here or New York drill or whatever. So let's bring that back to the community. The culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep the culture here. You know,
who your favorite band?
That's a good one. Number 1, Backyard. Gotta go Backyard. 2, XIB. XI. It's not in order now because now I'm saying XIB.
That's cool. That's cool.
Saying XIB second. It's not in order. Then I got the Reaction Band, TOB. What was that? Well, I said Backyard, XIB.
Reaction,
TLB, the Reaction Band, and New Impressions. New Impressions, yeah. New Impressions, yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's my 5 right there. Solid. And don't get it fucked up. We still got TCB, CCB, and that go crazy too. But that's my top 5 for sure.
All right. We about to get out of here, man. So, like I said, plug all the businesses, all the links.
Bet.
You know what I'm saying? Music, fashion, hosting. My man is in the mix, so like plug everything you want to plug before we get out of here. Yeah?
So you can follow all businesses at ArtTrap Official, ARTRAP Official. That's the clothing page. ArtTrap LLC. That's for like all businesses and stuff like that. ArtTrap Detailing. We reconstructing the page, working on some things, and you can get all the merch at ArtTrap.store. You feel me? Right there, ArtTrap.store. You can go grab that everywhere. You can follow bro at ArtTrap Andy, ArtTrap.Andy. You can follow me at etterCJ. Cool Hunter, my nigga. We locked in.
Yes, sir.
And we got so much more coming. Definitely appreciate you for having us on this joint.
Appreciate you for the link up.
Yeah, hey, for sure, bro. For sure. We're gonna keep doing it. And you know what I'm saying? Just keep going. Make black great again.
Yes, sir.
And
Make black great again.
Hey, and a lot
That's
of
the name
people,
of this episode.
and for all my black people working, I always just believe that you could do it. And yeah, like and everything that we do as people, like, it's black excellence, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's positive, it's black excellence. You know what I'm
As long as it's positive, it's black excellence, man.
Yeah.
Make black great again. That's the name of this episode.
saying? Hey, I like
On
that.
top of
CJ.
that,
Let's go.
keep you a business, keep you a service, keep you a product, and keep you a job.
Right.
And that'll keep you going for life.
3 things, man.
Yeah.
All right, take us out, Zell. Love.
Sula in the building.
Sulin.